Hello everyone, I will be sharing a study tool you can use to study for the blood flow problems or blood flow tracing questions that you will be seeing within your quiz and exam for hematology. So scrolling all the way down to unit 3 right here, hematology and blood vessels, click on the lab lesson, this lab lesson right here, lab lesson blood vessels and cardio CTs. Okay, then you're going to scroll all the way down here into this optional download and print blood vessel diagram. Then here you will find the tracing problems for the arteries along with the veins down here. Scrolling more down or just clicking onto the next page, you will see an artery diagram, a vein diagram, and then a diagram for the hepatic portal system veins. Now using these blood vessel, now using your blood vessel PowerPoint, this one right here, your blood vessel PowerPoint. You can use it as reference to create your own flow map, basically pinpointing which ones look very similar. I believe for you guys it might be a little bit easier to visualize it compared to when I did this as a student, since I was mainly using the cadaver and freehanding mine or labeling it as best as I could onto the diagram we were given. That was more so of a way to study at least the flow, and that I could look back to and trace where I was going and see how to get from point A to point B. I also highly recommend, if you want, you can use just this just the blank sheet right here, no labels or anything, and put it inside of a sheet protector, and that way you can use an expo marker or a dry erase marker and label it as test yourself labeling it, have the sheet with the answers, and then have a blank sheet that which you can continuously write over and use that to study that way. Now I created a cleaner version of this once I became an SSS, but I did have like a rougher sketch version of it that I will show you guys right now. Now this is the arteries one that I created. This is a little easier to follow, at least a little bit more accurate to how the arteries are looking from what you see in lab and for what I saw within the cadaver. And I just use these little clear sticky notes to trace over this and draw more of the little details that I couldn't exactly get on here because it's just like a small sheet of paper. So it was just easier to see this and breaking it down this way. And then there's also the ones for the veins that I had to draw out myself. You can just Google like a human body outline and use it that way. Or you can also just try to use the one that Dr. K gave you. Use this one as best to your best ability to try to figure it out that way. Personally, for me, I didn't keep it this way just because I didn't exactly like how it looked. And then here is a little bit easier for the hepatic portal veins for you guys who are just following them this way. I just drew out my own just because that was easier for me to do in comparison to just using this. Okay, now let's look at, I'll go over two little practice ones. Let's start off with an easy one, heart to the right arm. I will be using my little diagram. It's a little easier for me to see. So here we are starting from the heart. We will be going to the ascending aorta, to the aortic arch, to the brachiocephalic trunk artery, and then from there we go to the right subclavian artery, and then over here down into our right axillary artery, and then to our right brachial artery. That's just how we get from the heart to the right side of the arm. And then we can also try doing one from the heart to the liver. That one's a little bit more pacing. So we're going from the heart to the ascending aorta, through the aortic arch, to the descending aorta. And then, let me see, I have to bring up my little hepatics. And then we go to the celiac trunk. And then from the celiac trunk, it's to the I believe it's to the common hepatic artery. Let me look at my cleaner version of it right here. Where is it? Yeah, descending artery, descending aorta, celiac trunk, and then common hepatic artery. That's what leads to the liver right there. But yeah, using this was at least an easier way for me to learn and visualize it in my head when looking at the tracing problems. Again, just take a blank one and you put it inside of a sheet protector thing, those little plastic ones that you get for your binder, and you can just keep writing over it that way and checking back to your answer sheet. And that's the best way I found to study for it. There's really no like flashcards you could do for these, in my opinion, just because like it's better if you walk yourself through it. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any issues creating this or just need a different way to do it. I'll be here for you guys. If not, Dr. Curley is also there for you guys to ask questions to. But yeah, this is just a study tool that I created that helped me when I was a student.